Hey everybody, welcome back. I am working on the boat again today, and today I will be wet sanding and buffing out the gel coat on the side of the hull. I do plan on doing the entire boat, but right now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to get the shine back in the boat. So I know the GoPro is not going to do much justice in this, and I've seen a ton of videos on this already before, but you can see where this is very chalky and my Proline lettering's faded out, and I actually got these made, new ones made. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using first and foremost to get the Proline sticker off. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to be just using this traditional eraser wheel with the drill. That seemed to be the safest way to get it off. I am going to start with wet sanding using 1000 grit, move it up to 1500, and then I have also 2000 grit I'm going to use as well. This is some of the stuff, the Jescar product I'm going to use, the correcting compound. I'm going to use this on the blue. This Jescar micro finishing polish was pretty decent. I'm going to use that after I compound everything, and then the Jescar Power Lock Plus is the sealant I'll use. Now this side I've already done, and it turned out pretty nice. I put the new Proline sticker on there. Still got some air bubbles in it. It's okay. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, but I'm going to show you what I did. And like I said before, there are a ton of videos out there on how to do this stuff. This is the stuff I'm using. I'm actually going to be using this Ultimate compound. This is just some regular compound. I use this on the white section down here, and it actually worked out just fine. You didn't have to be a marine stuff or anything like that. It actually worked out really well. But then again, I did wet sand prior to. I also picked up this McGuire's one-step compound and some of this hybrid ceramic wax. I got that stuff at Harbor Freight. Obviously the Hercules brand, I got that at a Harbor Freight too. But this stuff is going to be more for the inside interior of the boat, because like the non-skid and stuff like that, that's going to be a little harder to get to. So I just want to make sure it's just as easy as possible to get it shined back through. And also got another buffing pad for the interior. Got that at Harbor Freight too. $10, US made. I can't go wrong with that. For the sander, I'm going to be using the Bauer, this dual action electric polisher sander. There are pros and cons of this thing that I like so far. A pro, it's got a lot of power, and I had a lot more power than I anticipated it having, and it did a really good job. But I didn't have this handle on there, and that might have been a little inconvenient. The other cons to it is loud, and you are using electric when wet sanding, and that's always not the greatest thing. Now when I move on to the transom back here, I'm going to switch over to my air powered one, simply because this is going to be just a lot easier to get in and out of these areas, and probably some of the areas up here and around the inside as well. So the first thing I need to do is get that sticker off, but before that I need to take this bunk rail off, move that out of the way, and I'm going to set you guys up on a time lapse and show you what I'm going to do with this thing, and hopefully we'll learn together, or you'll learn something from it. So here we go. All right, all the wet sanding's done. Obviously we got the Pt.1 sticker off. That went pretty well. I did start with 600 over here and got all this area down, so I could have the best chance when I put the new sticker on. It's not going to exactly match up. It is what it is. Oh well. But you can still see how, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's still pretty heavily oxidized. So we're going to start buffing it out. It's going to start to shine really nicely. So it went a lot faster once Emmett came out in here and helped me with the water hose, and that really sped things up. I'm a little indifferent about this Bauer DA. I mean, it works, and then I don't know. I'll give you an example. When Son was helping me, over here, I realized that it's got a variable speed on it. I was like, cool. So I slowed it down, and then it just started running away on me. I don't know why. Maybe because it got a little wet. Who knows? But we're gonna dry this off, and I'm gonna start time-lapsing everything here. And for this, I'm gonna use the Jescar heavy cutting compound, and that's really gonna take care of all particularly on the blue. I'm gonna do the blue first, and then I'll move on to the white section, and then just go from there. So here we go with this. All right, we are done with the buffing. And I'm telling you, this GoPro does not do it any justice whatsoever. It's a lot better, but it's not 100%. And I'm gonna say this with a grain of salt. Like, I'm kind of disappointed with that Jescar cutting compound. It did not do as good of a job as I thought it would. I went back over it with the McGuire stuff, and I feel like the white part turned out so much better than the blue, but maybe just because it's white and the color difference and whatever. But it's a lot better. It's a lot better than what it was, for sure. So now is going to be the micro finishing polish. And so this removes 3000 grit sandy marks, yada yada. And so I'll be using this this foam pad with the DA that I have, that one, the Harbor Freight one. So I do this all at once, and then this I'll probably do maybe 2 coats of this, and then it'll I'll go get the decal and we'll put that on. All right, so here we go with this. Alright guys, that is the Proline sticker on there. It came out pretty good. I'm not sure, there's still a little ghosting from the other sticker, but that's okay. So we did the micro polish finish, and now what we're going to do is do the Jescar Power Lock. It's basically a wax. It's a polymer sealant. So I'm going to use this with this finishing pad. We're going to go over the whole thing and make it shine really nicely. This side's still holding up quite nicely. Later on, I'm going to still do the inside of the gunnels, the inside of the hull itself, and just keep going until this thing is nice and shiny and brand new looking. So, all right, we're going to get started with the waxing. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. Got this whole side of the hull done, the port side anyway. She looks pretty good now. Certainly looks a lot better compared to what she was. I am going to start doing the transom, getting these stickers off, and not that sticker, and doing the gunnels and and all the other stuff. Pretty much gonna be the same process. Use the eraser wheel I got right here to get all that stuff off, and do maybe 600 grit. Actually, probably will be 600 grit on the horizontal surfaces, and then go from there and see how that comes out. 600, 1000, 1500, and then I'll start buffing. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do some of it off camera, and then I'll do some of it on camera to show you what I've been doing. So thanks for tuning in. All right, just want to do a quick update on the buff job I did on the boat probably about a week ago. And what I want to do is show you that this is not staying well. It's still quite chalky here, here, here. This whole blue did not set up well. I don't know why. However, the other side I did has held up a lot better. There's still some parts that are not great, but I think what I'm gonna do is go back over this whole blue with another round of buffing to really get all that oxidation out. I'm probably going to try something different other than the Jess Car stuff that I was using. Even the just the regular run-of-the-mill McGuire stuff did a lot better job than it. I'm kind of disappointed with that Jess Car stuff, especially as much as it was topped up. But what can you do? All right. So I'll be working on part 2 of this video series, getting all the decals and whatnot replaced up here. I got these on order, and it should be looking really good when I'm done with it. So stand by for part 2.